Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to continue with the SQL. That is, the part 1 was like the basic queries on the employment database or the employee database. Now we'll move ahead with some join statement or some complex queries, you can say. Okay, so I will use the employee database now, and let's start from here. Yeah, this one. So before starting, if the people for the people who are watching this new, we are doing a simple project on employee database using MySQL Workbench, and these are the tables: country, department details, job details, and salary. So let's have a look at it one by one. Okay, so select star from country. Okay, so if I run this, you will see that there is country ID and country name. Okay, so this is the table, and the next is departments. Okay, so departments, so this has the details of department name and department ID. Okay, next is details, so this has like employee ID, first name, the last name, email, phone number, and the country ID. Okay, so this country ID column I have recently added it for the upcoming query. Okay, so just have a look on the data, like how the database is, how the structure of the tables and the columns is, and after that you can go ahead with. Okay, so this is for the people who are starting the video on the part 2 itself. Okay, and next is job details table. So this has the details of employee ID, job title, and department ID, and start date and end date. Okay, and there are some null values here. And lastly, there is the details of the salary. Okay, so salary has these details. So basically it has the salary and the employee ID. Okay, so now let's get started with the first query, like find all the job titles with at least 2 employees. Okay, so job titles, in the sense we need to have job details tables. Okay, so and details tables. Okay, so let's see like what is there in details and job details. So details comma job details, so this will give us like both the tables at once. So first name, last name, email, phone number is in details table, and job details is basically job title, department ID, start date, and end date. Okay, so what we want, find all job titles with at least 2 employees. So what we are doing here is selecting job title here directly. Where is job title? Here. Okay, and count star as the number of employees as total employees from details table. Okay, so this is the details table. Okay, and then we're joining job details. Okay, job details table, this table, on details dot employee ID on this. Okay, where it is, yeah, this employee ID, and job details dot employee ID, this employee ID. Okay, so after joining that, we are grouping it by job title basically. So this is the job title, and we are checking on the group statement by using having clause where total employees is greater than or equal to 2. So if I run this query, you will get job title and total employees. Okay, so software engineer, it has 2 employees, and sales representative has 2 employees. Okay, so this is the first query using join statement. Okay, now let's go to the next query, that is find the top 10 highest paid employees. Okay, so let's run the query first, then you can understand it. Okay, so we are getting details like employee ID, first name, last name, email, and phone number from details.employee ID using this, and salary.employee ID we are concatenating or using join statement here, and ordering by descending, that means the highest salary descending, and limit we are giving it 10. So currently we are fetching 8 records here with the salary, the highest is unit 10,000, 10,000, 1,20,000. Okay, this is how you can find the top highest paid employees using employee ID and the salary table, or details and salary table. Okay, so the next query is find the last 5 employees who started working. So this basically has to deal with date column. So firstly we are getting details of all the employees, and we're joining it on job details and details, and ordering by start date. Okay, so basically we are ordering it by start date descending. That means who had started recently working, or last date. Okay, and we are limiting the 5 rows of data. Okay, so this is how you can get it, like find the last 5 employees who started working. Okay, so descending in the sense the greatest one, that is why it is fetching the latest data. So the date is 24/9/2023. So that was when it was inserted or we had created it. So after that we don't have anything, so it is fetching us this data. Okay, so if you want you can insert any other rows also according to your needs and you can work it on. Okay, so the next query is find the first 3 employees who live in United States. Okay, so first of all, in the details we had no country ID. Okay, so for example, select star from details. So this had no country ID column, so we had to add alter table details, add country ID int. Okay, and then we had to modify details first name null, because we could not insert the values like this directly. So like we had to insert it first name, last name, email, and then country ID, or all the values you can say, because the constraints were like the rule was specified as not null. So we cannot directly add the country ID and directly values 1 this. So because I could not insert this, I had to alter the first name, last name, and email. Okay, so this you need not change, you can just insert the new rows of data for every column here. Okay, like employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, and country ID. Okay, so I inserted 1 2 3 4 5 6 country ID, and then finally if I look into select star from country, you can see country ID is there, country name is there. Okay, so lastly I'm selecting star from details and joining country. Okay, and country table. Okay, and where country name is United States and limiting it to 3. So only employee ID 12 has the country name United States. That means only employee whose employee ID is 12 resides in United States. Okay, so for now there are not many records here because we are just getting started. You can insert it according to your need. Okay, but the query to fetch this data is like this. Okay, next is find all the employees and their corresponding job titles and department name. Now we need to join job titles, that means details table and departments table and job details tables, I guess. Yeah, so we are selecting details dot first name, details dot last name, then job details dot job title, departments dot department name from details. Okay, these things from details we get. Then by joining job details using employee ID here, that is on details and job details, and we're joining departments on job details using department ID. Okay, so if I run this query, you will get this data. So first name, last name, job title, and department name. Okay, so we want job titles and department name, so we got this. Okay, so this is how you find it. So the last query is find the average salary for each job title. So we can use directly the average function used in SQL to find the average salary, and we are using alias as average salary here, and we are fetching the average salary from salary, and we are joining job details on salary, employee ID, and job details on employee ID, and we are grouping it by job title so that we can get the average salary based on job title. Okay, so the average salary is 85,000 for software engineer, and for others you can look it up. Okay, so hope this helps. Like we looked into a few queries like finding the job details and details, that is all job titles with at least 2 employees, then 10 highest paid employees, last 5 employees who started working or recently, and find the first 3 employees who live in United States, and employees in the corresponding job titles and department name, and lastly the average salary. Okay, so hope this helps. So if you learned something from this video, do hit that subscribe button. Until then, take care. Bye bye.